Tropical depression. A tropical depression is the earliest and weakest stage of a tropical cyclone. At this stage, wind speeds are below 39 miles per hour, and the system is classified as a low-pressure area with a clear circulation pattern. It's not yet strong enough to be considered a tropical storm, but it is already a developing storm system. These systems often originate over warm ocean waters, where heat and moisture fuel their gradual growth. Meteorologists use satellite imagery, ocean buoys, and aircraft reconnaissance to track tropical depressions as they develop. Early detection is vital because these systems can quickly intensify under favorable conditions. Even though it seems less dangerous compared to full storms, tropical depressions can still bring heavy rainfall and strong winds. The most significant danger is often flooding caused by prolonged rain over an area. Because these systems are slow-moving, they can cause significant localized flooding over time, especially in low-lying regions or areas with poor drainage. Many hurricanes begin their life as a tropical depression. For example, Hurricane Katrina initially started as a tropical depression before intensifying into a devastating Category 5 storm. This shows how important it is to monitor these early stages, even if they don't seem dangerous at first. Forecasters closely track these depressions to provide early warnings for areas that may be affected as the system strengthens. Tropical storm. A tropical storm forms when the wind speeds reach between 39 miles per hour and 73 miles per hour. At this point, the storm becomes stronger, and its characteristics become more defined. The storm typically has well-formed rain bands and a more pronounced center of low pressure. The system often exhibits an organized spiral structure, and thunderstorm activity increases. Strong gusts associated with tropical storms can damage crops, disrupt transportation, and interfere with communication networks. Coastal erosion may also worsen, especially during high tide, compounding the risk to coastal infrastructure. While still not as dangerous as hurricanes, tropical storms can bring substantial rainfall and strong winds, leading to flooding and power outages. Coastal areas are particularly vulnerable to the strong winds and rough seas that come with these storms. Additionally, heavy rains can saturate the ground, triggering landslides in mountainous regions. One notable example is Tropical Storm Allison in 2001, which caused catastrophic flooding in Houston, Texas. Although it did not become a hurricane, it still caused significant damage and was responsible for many fatalities. Even storms that don't reach hurricane status should not be underestimated. Early preparedness, such as securing loose outdoor items and monitoring official updates, can reduce the risk of injury and property loss. Hurricane Category 1. A Category 1 hurricane is the lowest category of a hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson scale, with winds ranging from 74 miles per hour to 95 miles per hour. Although considered a weak hurricane, it is still a dangerous storm capable of causing significant damage. At this stage, strong winds can cause minor damage to homes, trees, and power lines. Roofs may be damaged, and some outdoor objects may be blown away. Coastal flooding and rip currents become a threat, and power outages may last from a few hours to several days. Small boats and coastal infrastructure can also suffer significant harm. Even minimal hurricanes can spawn tornadoes, particularly in outer rain bands, increasing the risk of sudden and localized destruction far from the storm's center. Floodwaters may also contaminate drinking water supplies, posing health hazards. Hurricane Irma in 2017 was a Category 1 storm when it initially made landfall in the Caribbean before intensifying. While its full force caused major damage as a Category 5, it served as an example of how even weaker hurricanes can leave a trail of destruction behind. Residents are advised to prepare for evacuation and to stock emergency supplies, even when facing a Category 1 storm. Hurricane Category 2. Hurricane has wind speeds between 96 and 110 miles per hour. These storms are considered extremely dangerous and can cause serious damage to homes, buildings, and infrastructure. At this intensity, roofs can be torn off, large trees can be uprooted, and power poles can be snapped. Water and electricity may be unavailable for days or even weeks, and the risk of injury and death increases due to flying and falling debris. Roads can become impassable due to fallen trees and flooding, isolating communities. Communities may experience long-term disruptions, with schools, businesses, and healthcare services shutting down for extended periods. Recovery efforts are often hampered by damaged roads and communication breakdowns, delaying aid and support. A famous example of a Category 2 hurricane is Hurricane Sandy 2012. Though it peaked as a Category 3 storm, much of its destructive impact in New Jersey and New York was caused by storm surges and flooding, which are common at this strength. Its impact highlighted the importance of preparedness and prompt evacuation in such events. Emergency response efforts can be overwhelmed, making it crucial to heed evacuation orders early. Hurricane Category 3. A Category 3 hurricane is a major storm, with winds ranging from 111 to 129 miles per hour. This level of intensity causes devastating damage, with a high potential for loss of life and significant destruction to property. At this point, well-built homes may experience severe damage, with the entire roof structure potentially failing. Large trees and power poles are likely to be downed, cutting off electricity and water for extended periods of time. Storm surges and flooding will likely cause widespread damage in coastal areas. Low-lying neighborhoods may be submerged, and inland flooding can persist for days. Hurricane Katrina in 2005 is perhaps the most famous example of a Category 3 hurricane. Its storm surge flooded New Orleans, and it caused one of the most devastating natural disasters in U.S. history, with a catastrophic loss of life and property. This storm illustrated the massive impact Category 3 hurricanes can have on communities, particularly in low-lying coastal regions. Recovery from such storms can take months or even years, stressing the importance of both preparation and long-term resilience planning. Hurricane Category 4. Hurricane has wind speeds between 130 and 156 miles per hour, and it is considered a catastrophic storm. These hurricanes cause catastrophic damage, with a high likelihood of widespread devastation. At this strength, homes and buildings can experience complete destruction, and most trees will be snapped or uprooted, blocking roads. Power outages can last for weeks, and the availability of water, food, and medical supplies will be limited. Communication lines and emergency services may be completely cut off, further complicating rescue efforts. 2017 is a prime example of a Category 4 storm. Hurricane Maria. When it hit Puerto Rico, it caused catastrophic damage and left millions without power for months. The storm's intensity and duration made it one of the most damaging hurricanes in the region's history. Storm surges can inundate coastal areas, leading to massive flooding. Even well-prepared areas can be devastated by such a powerful storm. Recovery from a Category 4 hurricane often requires extensive national and international assistance. Hurricane Category 5. A Category 5 hurricane is the most powerful classification on the Saffir-Simpson scale, with wind speeds of 157 miles per hour or higher. These storms are catastrophic and cause complete destruction in their path. At this level, most buildings will be completely destroyed, and the area affected by the storm may be uninhabitable for weeks or even months. Large sections of cities can be flattened, and trees, power lines, and other infrastructure will be wiped out. Emergency services will likely be unavailable, and evacuation before landfall is often the only safe option. Hurricane Dorian in 2019 was a Category 5 storm that devastated the Bahamas, with winds reaching 185 miles per hour. The storm caused widespread destruction and loss of life, leaving entire islands completely destroyed. The storm surge associated with Category 5 hurricanes can be truly catastrophic, flooding entire coastal regions and causing life-threatening conditions. These storms are the most dangerous and need the highest level of preparation and evacuation. The aftermath often leaves survivors reliant on international aid and long-term reconstruction efforts. And if you liked this video, subscribe and check my socials where I'm documenting my progress journey. If someone is using Twitter, give me follow there to help me build bigger audience. Link in the description. See you in the next video.